ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. Namaskar, my dear friends. This is second video on dialogues from Upanishad, second Valli, Nachiketa and Yama. This is from Kathopnishad. Hari Om. Number one, Yama said one is good while another is pleasant. These two having different objects. Chain Amen. Blessed is he who between them chooses the good alone, but he who chooses what is pleasant loses the true end. 2. The good and the pleasant take hold of man. The wise man examines and distinguishes them. The wise man prefers the good Shreya to the pleasant, but the ignorant man chooses the pleasant Pareya for the sake of the body. 3. O Nachiketas, thou hast renounced desires and desirable objects of pleasant shape as the heavenly nymphs. Judging them by their real value, thou hast not chosen the road of wealth in which many men perish. 4th, these two, ignorance and knowledge, are wide apart and lead to different points or goals. I believe Nachiketas to be one who desires for knowledge, for even many desires have not taken these. 5. The ignorant who live in the midst of darkness but fancy themselves as wise and learned go round and round deluded in many crooked ways as blind men led by the blind. 6. The way to the hereafter is not apparent to the ignorant man who is foolish deluded by the delusion of wealth. This is the world he thinks there is no other, thus he falls again and again under my sway. 7. He, the self of whom many are not even able to hear, whom many, even when they hear of him, do not comprehend. Wonderful is a man when found who is able to teach the self. Wonderful is he who comprehends the self when taught by an able teacher. 8. That self which taught by a man of inferior intellect is not easy to be known, as it is to be thought of in various ways. But when it is taught by a perceptor who is one with Brahma, who beholds no difference, there is no doubt concerning it, the self being subtler than the subtle and is not to be obtained by arguing. 9. This knowledge is not to be obtained by argument, but it is easy to understand it. O dearest, when taught by a teacher who beholds no difference, thou hast obtained it now, thou art fixed in truth. May we have, O Nachiketa, an enquirer like these. 10. Nachiketa said, I know that the treasure is transient, for that eternal is not obtained by things which are not eternal. Therefore, the Nachiketa's fire has been propitiated by me with the perishable things, and I have obtained the eternal. 11. Yama said, the end of all desires, the foundation of the world, the endless rewards of sacrifice, the other shore where there is no fear, the praiseworthy, the great and wide extended sphere and abode of the soul. All these thou hast seen, and being wise, O Nachiketas, thou hast with firm resolve rejected all. 12. The wise says who by means of meditation on his self recognize the ancient, who is difficult to be seen, who is unfathomable and concealed, who is hidden in the cave of the heart, who dwells in the abyss, who is lodged in intelligence. Indeed, renounces joy and sorrow, 13. Having heard and well grasped this, the self, the mortal, abstracting the virtuous Atma, attaining this subtle self rejoices because he has obtained what is cause for rejoicing. I think that the abode of Brahma is wide open for Nachiketas. 14. Nachiketas said that which thou seest as other than virtue and vice, other than cause and effect, other than the past and future. Tell me that. 15. Yama said the goal, word which all the Vedas speak of, praise which all penances claim, and wishing for which they lead the life of a brahmachari. That goal word I will briefly tell that it is Om. 16. This word is verily Dharma, this word is verily the highest. He who knows this word obtains verily whatever he desires. 17. This is the best sport, this is the highest sport. He who knows this sport is worshipped in the world of Brahma. 18. The intelligent Atma is not born nor does he die. He did not spring from anything and nothing sprang from him. Unborn, eternal, everlasting, ancient. He is not slain, although the body is slain. 19. If the slayer thinks I slay, if the slain thinks I am slain, then both of them do not know well. This is says not nor is slain. This slays not nor is slain. 20. The Atma, subtler than the subtle, greater than the great, is seated in the heart of each living being. He who is free from desire with his mind and senses composed beholds the majesty of the self and becomes free from sorrow. 21. Sitting he goes far, lying he goes everywhere. Who else therefore says, save myself is able to comprehend the God who rejoices and rejoices not. 22. The wise man who knows the Atma as bodiless, seated firmly in perishable bodies, great and all pervading, does never grieve. 23. This Atma cannot be attained by study of the Vedas, nor by intelligence, nor by much learning. He whom the self chooses, by him the self can be gained. To him this Atma reveals its true nature. 24. But he who has not turned away from bad conduct, whose senses are not subdued, whose mind is not collected, is not at rest, can never obtain this Atma by knowledge. 25. Of whom the Brahma and the Kshatriya classes are as it were but good food, and death itself a condiment or pickle. How can one thus know where that Atma is? So I end this video here. Next video will start with the third valley of Kathopnishad. So thank you my dear friends. Please like, comment and share the video and subscribe the channel. Thanks a lot. Namaskar.